Hey, Curt Hennig fans. Hello and welcome to another episode of Curt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. I'm your host, Steph. This is episode 40. Today on our perfect podcast, we are going to watch along to Curt's match with Ric Flair at Halloween Havoc in 1997. I love this match because Curt was a part of the NWO and Flair was getting his revenge for what Curt had done at Fall Brawl. But before we start, please join me on my YouTube and Rumble channels where if you like what you hear, you can subscribe, comment, like, and share so we can grow these channels. The links for both will be in the description field below this video. I would like to give a shout out and a thank you to my paid patron supporter Charlie Brown Politics. Thank you Charlie Brown for your support. If you too would like to support my channel for as low as $1 a month, please click the link in the description field below this video to become a paid patron supporter. You will also get your name read on the show. For $3 a month, you'll get your name read on the show, and you get to ask me a question, which I will read and answer. For $5 a month, you get all this, plus an exclusive behind the scenes of how I do my show, and also a blooper reel. For $10, you get all this, and access to a live patron show where you can learn more about me. So please click the link in the description field below this video to sign up today. Please help me to reach 100 followers on Rumble. All links will be in the description field below this video. You can now follow me on Locals for free. If you would like to support the show, you can for just $2 a month. Thank you for your support. Okay guys, and we're back from the opening. So just want to say a few things about the world of wrestling, what's happening in the world of wrestling news right now. This is June 12th that I'm recording this, so this won't be out to the end of June. But lots of good stuff coming this week. We have the Clash at the Castle, which is Saturday. Check out Pro Wrestling Talk. I kind of give more of an opinion there. It is going to be very interesting to hear the results. But I think since it's Drew McIntyre's home country, I really see him flourishing. Okay, again, we have to watch what we say because we're on YouTube here, but I just see him flourishing because, again, it is his home state of Scotland, and kudos to him. I mean, he's doing some really good work here. The CM Punk storyline looks good for him, and I see nothing but good things, so, you know, can only go up, right? You can only reach that peak of the mountain and take it for yourself. So kudos to Drew McIntyre. Again, I don't really follow modern wrestling anymore, or at all, really. But just some things I saw. They were talking about Drew McIntyre, and of course Clash of the Castle. They also, we're talking about, Bret Hart and Dark Side of the Ring. They have that Who, destroyed WCW. I agree with Bret. I, again, wasn't much for Goldberg, so I can honestly say that I don't think he was a great wrestler. I didn't like his, gimmick at all. And he was, I don't really like those kind of people. Like, for example, they talked about how there was like, something with Scott Steiner. So, he had said, would Goldberg really lose to Scott Steiner? And yeah, he would. I mean, look at Scott Steiner. He was almost like a bodybuilder there. So, when it comes down to it, I didn't really like Goldberg. I didn't like his hype. I hated his gimmick, and I just didn't like anything about the guy. Not to mention, he was, you know, how do I put this? He was not very kindly to other wrestlers in the ring. So, I have the sentiment of Bret Hart and everyone else who didn't like Goldberg just wasn't really a Goldberg fan, and I don't think he really made anything of himself. I still think he believes his own hype, and he's not an all-around good person. He still hasn't apologized to Bret Hart for what he's done. So, I agree with Bret 100%. If you'd like to check that out, I think they have it on X. I'll try to get like a link for that so that I can put it in the description field if you haven't seen what Bret has said. But I agree with him 100%. The other thing that was in the news, Logan Paul met with, a candidate. I won't say which one, because I'm not allowed to say his name, or I will not be able to promote my channel or this episode. So I'll just say he met with a candidate, and there was the other side was given their chance to be on the podcast too. So all I'll say is it doesn't matter. He can have it's his podcast. If he wants to have whoever he wants on his podcast, he can do that. Logan Paul is supposed to be a heel, and I think it's just part of his storyline, because I think he is, that heel character, and he just thinks he can do whatever he wants to do, and that's what a heel does. I mean, they cheat, okay guys? They cheat to win. Remember, to be a good heel, you have to have that heat, right? So you have to cheat to win. So I think Logan Paul is, doing this just to get some more heat, maybe from both sides of the country or whatever. Doesn't matter. I think Logan Paul is doing good work. Even Jim Cornette was saying how he was doing, heel stuff and getting that heat that you need. Because that's what you need to be a good heel. You need that heat. So let's not, get all upset. Let's remember it is wrestling. And they will bring, politics into it. And they will, try to push that envelope a little bit, when it comes to, getting as much heat as possible. I mean, look at Curt. He got heat, with Ric Flair. So if everyone remembers in 97 that Curt, got heat. I can't say what he did because YouTube might not let me promote. So, anyway, I just think Logan Paul is doing a storyline, and that's why he is even considering this candidate. I really don't, it doesn't really matter who he has on his show. Again, it's his show. Hey, I'd like to have, Jesse Ventura on my show. I don't think that's going to happen, but I mean, I would love it. I would love to talk to Jesse I would talk to Jesse all day long about wrestling if I could, and even politics. But I mean, when you're doing something just to do something, again, it's probably just a storyline, and everybody has a podcast nowadays. Look at me, I have a podcast. I never thought for a second that I would have one, but here we are, talking one-on-one. So it's been a crazy week, especially in wrestling, and I just think that people need to calm down and relax, okay? Calm down and relax. Take a chill pill, meditate if you have to. Like I say on my Black Magic show, you do you, okay? Don't let anyone tell you that you have to, do this and do that. You be you, because that's the only person you can be. So, again, a lot of stuff going on with WWE, and of course AEW's, ratings were down again, especially for Collision. I saw this all on X. So if you're an AEW fan, sorry, but I mean, that's the reality of it, is their ratings are pretty bad. They haven't really recovered from, and you can say, oh, well, it was the NBA. Okay, yeah, you can say that. But I just don't see them going any higher than what they've been for the past couple of weeks. They really haven't recovered from the CM Punk stuff. The video that came out, I just can't say enough about it, because, it's kind of, it's sad. I would really like to see AEW do good things, but they just haven't been doing great work. And that's being nice, okay? They're losing a lot of people throughout the show. I mean, people just are disinterested in what they're trying to, the story that they're trying to tell. People just seem disinterested, and, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen where people they tune out. They just don't wanna, they don't wanna be a part of it. Again, people are kind of dissatisfied with WWE. There's no doubt about that. WWE is not what it used to be. It's not the WWF anymore. it's, it is what it is. And Triple H has done a good job of bringing it back, so to speak. He made Cody his champion and stuff. But I mean, there's only so much you can do with that kind of stuff. So, at Clash of the Champions, like I said, if you want to hear the latest episode of Pro Wrestling Talk, where we talk more about Clash of the Castle, you are more than welcome to pause this and come back later. I'm sorry, it's not the newest. It won't be the newest. It'll be episode 16, I believe. So if you want to pause this and go to episode 16, you are more than welcome to do so. Again, unfortunately or fortunately, I am doing this episode on June 12th. So, it would have been the latest episode at this time. But, again, if you would like to rewatch, episode 16 of Pro Wrestling Talk, and again, guys, I just heard we got merch, so if you would like that, I will put the link in the description field. Please buy. We have the Pro Wrestling Talk logos. I'm doing shameless plugs again. Sorry. I'll do some more at the end too, but, again, if you want, Pro Wrestling Talk t-shirt, you are more than welcome to do that. Again, they're going like hotcakes, so if you can, buy. Get them before they're gone, because once they're gone, they're gone. Okay? Other than that, I think it was a good week. But let's get to the match. We're going to talk about that. So this is the match at Halloween Havoc between Ric Flair and Curt Hennig. I really like it because, again, it was a great match, and it was Ric Flair getting revenge on Curt because Curt had, turned on him. I can't describe, I'm too afraid that YouTube's gonna say they can't promote because I say something. So I'm just gonna say he turned on him at Fall Brawl. and that's all I'll say. Because I don't want to get in trouble. So, again, it's a great match. I think it was a little lacking, on Flair's part, because I think Flair might have hurt himself. He also would end up leaving, WCW for a brief period. He had some, family problems, I think he was saying, or personal problems, at the time. And then I think at one of the pay-per-views, he accidentally hurt his ankle. So, he must have gotten injured by accident. It was probably just an accident anyway. So he didn't end up in a steel cage with Curt Hennig at Starrcade, which was the original plan. He got hurt, and then of course it ended up being Diamond Dallas Page and Curt Hennig at Starrcade. We went over that match. If you would like to see it, again, you can pause this at any time and go back and look and see. I'm not sure which episode it was. Sorry, guys. I'm doing a lot of these, and that's great. But we're on episode 40. I'm so excited that we're at episode 40, and I hope we continue to grow. There's so many matches I want to go over just off the top of my head. I mean, I have like 5 of them that I want to go over. There's more with the Big Boss Man that I want to do. There's even some in WCW I want to do, especially with the West Texas Rednecks and the rap side of it. Of course, when he goes, I would like to go over when Curt turns to the NWO Red and Black, and then there's a match he does in Minnesota in front of his dad. So I would really like to go over those. But, so about this match, it's a great match. I just think it was lacking on Flair's part because I think he was sort of injured, or he becomes injured because of it. Now again, the next pay-per-view after this, we will go over it. Hopefully I can promote it because the pay-per-view was called World War III. Excuse me, I can't even talk. So I think as long as, unfortunately, I'm able to say it, I'm able to promote it. Otherwise I probably won't promote that week. But, the pay-per-view is called that, because it was called that back in the day. So hopefully we can still appease the YouTube gods by, saying World War III, because that was the name of the pay-per-view. If they hear this, again, it was the name of the pay-per-view. It had nothing to do with any real wars or anything. It was kind of like the Royal Rumble. So, it's just that in the Royal Rumble, if you got tossed over the rope, the top rope, if you got tossed over the top rope and hit the floor, or touch the floor, you were out. You were, disqualified. This one, it doesn't matter how you go. If you are like rolled out of the ring, once you touch that floor, you are literally out. You had to stay in the ring at all costs. So a little bit different rules, but still a great match that he had there. Curt would come back to the, kind of like the Royal Rumble kind of thing. But he would be tossed out and he would lose anyway. So, in 1996, the Giant won World War III, and in 97 it was Scott Hall. So there you go. Scott Hall and the Giant. Again, it was like the Royal Rumble, so, it was like anything kind of goes, I guess. But we will go over that. That probably will be next week. If it isn't next week, then it is coming up. Right now it's kind of up in the air what, next episode I want to do. I'm kind of weighing the pros and cons because I kind of want to do another, Portland match. Anyway, it's him and Buddy Rose, and they turned Buddy Rose babyface, because he was a heel for the longest time. So when they turn him babyface, it's actually kind of cool because you have, him, Buddy Rose, and then you also have, oh geez. Why am I forgetting his name? I forgot his name. I'm sorry. I'll think of it. I'll probably think of it tomorrow morning. But we will go over that match too. I kind of like the interview beforehand where where Buddy Rose talks. And then on the other side you have like Rip Oliver, you have the Assassin, and also Dynamite Kid. So you have some good stuff there, and we will be going over those matches. I just can't decide what I want to do yet, so it's kind of up in the air. And again, you're not going to hear this till, the beginning of July, maybe the end of June, the 1st of July, first week in July, so I have some time to think about what I'm going to do next. But congratulations on getting to episode 40. I'm very excited for this podcast to be growing as much as it has. I am up to 60K on YouTube. Guys, thank you so much. I'm just so happy and overwhelmed that, so many of you have decided to support me, and I'm gonna keep doing great things. When we get to 100K, there is a special interview, another one that they did in 2000. It was a radio show, they did with Curt in 2000. I can do that audio. It's gonna be great audio. It is really long. It's like an hour and something, but, I will let you guys decide. I will do another poll just like we did before. If you just want to see me, kind of do a t-shirt of Curt, or if you want me to do a Rumble exclusive, where I sing Rap is Crap, or if you want me to, if you want to see that interview or hear that interview, again, it's a radio show, so the audio was much better. There really there isn't any video actually, but, the person who uploaded it to, YouTube had to put some kind of picture there. So, but the audio is so great. It shows Curt at it has all those, thoughts on Bret Hart, thoughts on Luger, thoughts on this and that. Kerry Von Erich is another one. So, I will definitely put that all together for you if that's what you decide on the 100K, reaching 100K. Otherwise, guys, I will get everything together for you and I will catch you on the flip side. Okay, guys. So if you, Halloween Havoc 1997, which is season 9, episode 1. So you can go ahead and get there now. And again, I'm going to start with this low because, there are some copyright music and I don't want to get popped for it. So I'm at 1 hour, 18 minutes and 36 seconds. So just a little about this match. I probably already stated it. Great selling in here. Hopefully that's not the case, but it was still a great match. Still a lot of great selling in this match. I can't say enough about it. And we will be doing his match with Chris Benoit and, excuse me, and also I think there's a match with Dean Malenko in there somewhere. I just wanted to get to this match because it's such a great match. And like I said, if you want to, you can keep your volume up. I am unfortunately going to, keep mine down because again, there is copyright music and I just don't want to get copyright, strikes. So if you want to go ahead and hit play now, and, you get to see, all the Halloween Havoc stuff. I think this is really cool, the design they had. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, so it's, Samhain, what we call Samhain. There's a guy with an NWO shirt, and here comes Curt, with NWO for life. I really, see, behind him, all the fake Halloween, stuff. I think that is so cool because, like I said, Samhain is my favorite holiday. It's just I love that, all that stuff back there. And of course, Curt winks at us. This was, a great match between him and Ric Flair. I also think that, the other match coming up, at the other pay-per-view is a good one too. So I like Halloween Havoc 97. Okay, so here comes Flair. And I think, there we go. He is the heel after all. Tony Schiavone, yeah. I hope this knee is just a selling point.
Now he's going to rag that leg out there, get it set up, get it right for the figure 4. Exactly, guys. Oh, let me tell you, right? Oh yeah. It's a fight.
Missed.
Well, Flair, that could have been a disqualification, possibly, but Billy Silverman will allow this match to continue. And once again, I can tell you, disqualifications, no disqualifications, title matches, that's not in the parameters of what Ric Flair's motives are here tonight. Well, fans, as we said, and this match had so much impact on the feud that has existed between WCW and the NWO, but the biggest news to date is that come out, speculation on that, and let's fight the whole NWO. Sure, fine, I'm all for that. Yeah, speculation is running wild, guys.
I'd love to see you fight the NWO.
It's what WCW needs to do. That's
one way or the other.
And that's what WCW has been doing ever since we were in Biloxi Monday night, right? Right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You're not chiming in here, Brain.
Well, I'm just thinking.
No, don't think.
Yeah, it's no time for
by
thinking.
golly, get emotional about this stuff.
I get emotional if I feel like when people lose their emotion, the people get emotional like you are, you lose your train of thought and you make mistakes. You gotta think calmly.
Well, I'm not in the ring, and I can get emotional because I am.
Yeah, and train of thought can go out the window right here. We had a guy stand up and say, I ain't gonna be in the main event. I'm Hollywood Hawk. You can take this Halloween Havoc and shove it. That makes me emotional too.
I agree with that. And you know, it got to the point after all the brutal attacks by the NWO where I was even thinking, hey, you know, these guys are pretty darn tough. They travel as a group. They watch each other's back. They don't back down from a fight. But you can throw all that out the window tonight because they are nothing but cowards. End of story. They can lie all they want. They are chicken.
When the lead, hey, Tony, when the lead dog runs, all the other little doggies run with him. And if the lead dog, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, runs from this Halloween Havoc, all the little doggies are going to run with it. It will be
I don't see Hennig running.
Halloween Havoc.
I don't see Curt running.
WCW and devastated to the sports fan that had paid to see this.
That's exactly right.
But Hogan's the kind of person, he wouldn't think twice about sticking it to the fan. He doesn't care about that. And I've told you this, Tony, and Dusty, and I've been saying this all my life about Hogan. He's no good. He never cared about the people one bit. All he cared about is himself. He's proven it. So WCW, right now, take whatever deal they have to. They better, whatever deal they do, they better do it right now. They've got to see this match. You can't let Hogan and Bischoff and the NWO people dictate anymore.
I agree.
And take it away from a tremendous contest.
Yes, we are.
Here in the ring because Flair started the argument, started the fight, made some mistakes, has got everybody flustered. That's the guy seen in the ring again. Well, did he come back too soon? Emotion. Rain, you talked about being too emotional. Well, was he too emotional? He wanted this thing to start and he come back. He's back on his feet now, though.
Be quiet, Flair.
Back up and dared him in the corner. Hennig took it. They're in the corner. Hennig Flair upside down. Turnbuckle all the way out on the apron to the floor here.
Now, if I was Curt Hennig, what I would do right now is I'd shake those cobwebs. I'd get myself thinking straight. I'd take a little bit of a breather. I'd let him take as much of the count as you want.
Hennig stalks Flair. Grabs a leg. Sticks the leg between the slats of the safety rail and drives the foot into the shin. That can tear ligaments, tendons. That can cripple a man. It certainly can take away one of your weapons if your weapon is a figure four. Obviously, fans, you know that it is.
Tony Brain, you know yourself when you get a concussion, just a mild concussion, much less what happened at War Games with Flair's head, and you come back, you get disorientated. You don't know where you're at. You're fighting on instinct, and I really believe that's what the Nature Boy Ric Flair now is having to do, is fight on instinct, because each blow he takes on that noggin is taking his toll. Well, this is very dangerous, and it is career-ending. You can't come back too soon after the head injury this man had. And I do believe he came back too soon.
Flair trying to get back up. Hennig, as you can see, trying to walk the pain off. Flair in a very tough spot here. When he tries to pull himself up in the ring and takes his focus away from his target, the target will come back to get you like you saw right there. Oh, boy. This whole event has left us breathless. And now the anticipation or the questions that remain in this cage match. If we still have Zabisco as a special referee to come, we still have a Las Vegas sudden death match where the fight could come up here somewhere.
Yeah, but we still got to hear from WCW. Somebody has to come out and straighten this thing out.
Well, we understand it's going to happen. We don't know when, but they're going to make some sort of announcement to AB and WCW here very soon.
You know, the longer we don't hear from them, the worse it looks.
Well, we can assume that, but I'm not so sure.
Are you talking about like a hung jury? Yeah. I'm concerned right now. Maybe they went to give the offer to Hogan and Bischoff, and they left.
Sleeper hold applied by Hennig. Curt Hennig, all the force around the chin and the head of Flair. Remember, that is back to the injury point. The head, the neck of Flair, and Flair with a great defensive move. knocks him away, but Hennig back to the attack again. Flair picks him against Fight.
Well, the longer we don't hear, they can be gone, Bray. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe they're trying to get Hogan back. No doubt he's probably staying at the MGM Grand here. They're probably trying to get him back down from his suite or wherever he's going off to hide. And I'm sure if they took a powder, he didn't go back to his room. They're hiding out some other place.
But they could be anywhere up and down the strip here in Vegas.
We don't know. But they could be out of town.
Get him, Curt.
Back to the attack again goes Hennig. Falls off and a knee lift sending Flair down.
He's got Flair in a situation. The belt is out there in the middle of the ring. Now the referee needs to go ahead and get that thing out of his hand.
Oh, he's not moving. The ref is not doing anything.
And Flair. Pretty weary right now.
He's going to DDT him on the belt.
No.
I believe he is. Maybe the brainbuster on the belt.
No. He's going to suplex him on the belt. Well, Flair blocked it.
The belt, as you can see, is brain centered in the ring. Flair knowing the belt is there.
Whoa. Flair cheese.
Didn't really hit the belt that time. The right leg.
Will you be careful with him?
Foot and rear end hit, and the belt remained underneath that gap right there.
Nature Boy pulling himself up right now. Get the belt out of there.
The ref's not doing nothing.
The attack.
Flair wants to use it, so he's not moving the belt at all. As a matter of fact, Flair, well, he repositioned the belt again.
Alright, well, we're gonna turn this down, because in case of copyright music. So, Flair is gonna continue to do what he's doing. Actually, we'll come down here. Yep, here comes Vincent and Conan. Nothing happens to Curt. He's just fine. The NWO is just going to get him out of the ring here. And the referees are holding him back, and the announcers are like, don't hold him back. Aww. I don't like when Flair tried to suplex him. It just looked like, oh no, be careful. Because he was up in the air a long time, and I don't like that. Okay, so if you want to hit pause there, this was a great match, I thought. It was a little difficult to watch because, Flair and Curt are professionals, but it's still very hard to watch because it just looked like Curt had injured his knee there. I hope not. I hope that was just a fluke or a selling point. But you never know with that kind of stuff. But I hope for Curt's sake that it was at least, a selling point for him. So, alright, I'm gonna put everything away, guys, and I hope you enjoyed that match. Like I said, it's one of Curt's, great ones, and then we're gonna do, I'm gonna try to do some of the other ones before Halloween Havoc. He did have a match with Chris Benoit, and then he also had a match with Dean Malenko. Excuse me, Dean Malenko. And, those were some good matches too. They were on, Nitro. So I'm gonna put everything away and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Okay, guys, and we're back. So I'm just gonna do some shameless plugs here. I'd like to thank you for being with me on my podcast. Indie News just told us that we have merch for Pro Wrestling Talk. If you would like to get that, or you'd like to have a t-shirt with our logo on it, you can get that now. I'm going to put that in the description field for you. Get them today because they're going like hotcakes, guys. There are shirts for women, shirts for men, and everyone in between. So get them today. Again, the links will be in the description fields. And also, I'd like to do some shameless plugs. If you like what you hear, you can comment, like, share, and hit, follow me on Rumble. Make sure that you share my content so we can continue to grow. Also, catch me on Pro Wrestling Talk. That's Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is scheduled to change, so if we let you know beforehand, we will definitely, let everyone know and give everyone a shout out. Also, if you would like to learn about Wicca or Wiccan or paganism, I also have a Black Magic Talk show that we do every Monday night, unless that changes for me. But again, I will let you know beforehand that we are not going to do a show, or that we're going to postpone it or make it earlier. We have a lot of guests, so we're booked up pretty much. And you are more than welcome to go over there. Again, all links will be in the description field. I'd like to give a shout out to Kit Cabello at Heartlands Media if you'd like to check him out. He is Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central, and he has a live show. So check him out. He is great. Also, Angel in the Afternoon, which is 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you'd like to check him out, I will put his links in the description along with Kit's, and also Indie News Network, since I am on it. Again, Pro Wrestling Talk is Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to check all this out, you can also just go ahead and click the links in the description field. I do have a Patreon for Black Magic Talk and also for wrestling. So, I have both of them will be in the description field. Don't hesitate to click those links. You can pick your tier, whichever one you can support. And, it's a lot of fun doing this, and every little cent counts. So, if you can, please give. And also, give to Kit Cabello if you can. And also Angel. Like I said at the beginning, guys, we got merch. So, check that out. If you like the shirts that they have there on the Indie News Network, buy them. Again, everything will be in the description field below the video. And again, shameless plugs. So I would like to thank you all for coming and listening to me. And remember, everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody.